The 11th of April is World Parkinson's Awareness Day. We are all creating awareness about the Parkinson's disease, which will affect usually after the age of 60 years. It is a disease that disables individuals progressively, basically because of deficiency of dopamine that is produced in the substantia nigra of the brain cells. And once the deficiency starts, it is usually progressive. Sometimes it can start on one side of the body and then can spread to the other side over a period of time. The common symptoms will be the shaking of the hands, which is the classical symptom of the Parkinson's disease. That is why it is also known as the shaking palsy. Now the shaking usually starts at rest and the hand keeps shaking all the time, and actually during the work it comes down or stops, and as well as during the sleep. Now the shaking can start with one hand and move to the other hand and both the legs as well, which keeps the shaking. Later on there can be what is called as rigidity, where the person will become little tight, and slowness of the walking, decreased speed of all the movements, and clumsiness of the hand, and difficulty in writing, difficulty in speaking, and eventually they will need help for their day-to-day activities. Though we know what is the problem, we start with the medical therapy. Fortunately, there is replacement of dopa is available now as tablets, but over a period of time the dopa will not work and then eventually requires a surgical treatment. Now the deep brain stimulation has become the gold standard of surgical treatment all over the world, where we place two electrodes into the brain in a specific nucleus and connect them to a battery. The moment we switch on the battery, the symptoms of Parkinson's disease will disappear and a person can be able to walk normally. Thus, the surgery is very, very important for improving the quality of life, and we can reduce the medication, thereby reducing the side effects and the cost as well. The recent advances about the Parkinson's disease are very fascinating, in that we have found certain genes which are responsible for an abnormal protein metabolism inside the brain that can lead to damage of these dopamine producing cells. Number two, the disease starts in the intestine, not in the brain actually. Now it is a reaction between the food and then the gut bacteria that communicates with the vagus nerve, and all the way the message goes to the brain, and from there probably a special bacteria will spread to different parts of the brain, causing Parkinson's disease. The interesting thing, either through the gut or through the nose, the bacteria will spread to the brain, and from that time it almost takes about 10 years for the tremor or the first symptom to come up. So we have that much time where we can actually work and see how we can prevent or postpone the onset of the disease.